It's been just wonderful, and we are nearing the end of this parade, but for many it's not over, so enjoy, and sending it back to you.
All right, you are watching El Desfile Historical 2022 live on Camarillo Boulevard. We'll be right back.
It's right on me staring at my phone. Birthday girl! I just got a text that it's going to be fun. Just think that's Trevor. What? Oh, no. No way. We just spent the last 4 days right next to each other. He's now a guy. All right, guys.
Old Spanish Days Fiesta would like to thank the following for their support of Fiesta 2022. American Riviera Bank, Community West Bank, County of Santa Barbara, LinkedIn, Santianez Band of Chumash Indians, Seaward International Company, and Union Bank.
Welcome back to El Desfile Historical 2022. I'm CJ Ward alongside my beautiful wife, Beth Farnsworth, and David Bolton. And we're going to toss it over now to the Santa Barbara South Coast Chamber of Commerce and their carriage.
And they're passing by us right now along Camarillo Boulevard as we bring to you live El Desfile Historical. This is absolutely a beautiful backdrop with the ocean behind us. David, CJ?
Chamber of Commerce, a valued partner of Old Spanish Days, all the local businesses. It's so special to see them here today.
Just an incredible turnout today. We've also had them followed up by the Long Beach Mounted Police. We want to welcome them to the Fiesta this year. The organization was founded in 1935, bringing recognition to the city of Long Beach, keeping alive California's golden traditions of horsemanship and the outdoor way of life, which we all love and embrace here in our area.
And they each ride a golden palomino, which is symbolic of California. The saddles are all unique works of art. Each is black leather, Western style, decorated by custom-made sterling silver, created by artists of the 30s and 40s, such as Edward H. Boland of Hollywood. The LB Mounted Police have ridden in 2 presidential inaugural parades, as parades in South America, Mexico, Hawaii, Canada, Wyoming, and in Oregon. So they get around.
And many others as well. So viva la fiesta to them. So glad they're part of this. Followed up now by Santa Barbara Mariachi Festival.
One of the highlights of Fiesta Week, the Mariachi Festival that takes place at the County Ball, which was also a former home of Old Spanish Days. The Mariachi Festival brings some of the best mariachi artists to this town. It's a spectacular evening. It's vibrant. It's full of sound and just excitement, and we're very happy to have them on their float in this parade.
And you love it on a Friday and Saturday night here in town where you just hear the music. Just fills the air in Santa Barbara. I love it.
Especially hours after the parade ends, it really does still fill the airwaves, if you will, above the city of Santa Barbara. It's lovely.
This is the 25th annual Santa Barbara Mariachi Festival. So many years it's been there in the county bowl and bringing excitement, and a lot of the mariachi groups come a few days early, and we see them at many fiesta events throughout town.
And of course, I think you just mentioned it's happening Saturday night.
This Saturday night, it's every Saturday of Fiesta Week, and it's at the County Ball. It's sold out, so tickets are not available. If you want to go next year, buy your ticket soon because it's a very, very sought-after ticket.
Even worth staying by right in your car or walking over and listening to the music. It starts at 5:30 in the evening, and you definitely hear the sound.
You can hear it throughout town because it really radiates out of that County Ball, and so it's spectacular, it's colorful, and it is so truly fiesta.
And this year's Mariachi Festival float is sponsored by Miguel Avila and the Pacific Crest Realty, Miguel Avila. So again, those really lucky people who've already purchased tickets can enjoy the music at the Santa Barbara Bowl Saturday evening.
So I think down the street, I think we hear charros again. Who can miss the sound of a charro? And this group, Los Tequileros, they're from Jalisco, and Jalisco is the epicenter, if you will, for tequila. Tequila, like champagne, you can only call it tequila if it's from the state of Jalisco and it's from that region where there's the town of Tequila. So it's one of those protected beverages in the world, and I just wonder how much tequila is consumed during Fiesta. But you see margaritas everywhere, and nowadays tequila has become such a top shelf alcohol. You see so many different varieties, so many different brands. There's the Blanco, Reposado, the Añejo, and so this charro group really representing its culture in Jalisco.
You know a lot about tequila there, David.
As a historian, you also want to study beverages a little bit.
Good answer.
What ranks top, in your opinion, for a margarita? What type of tequila would you include in a margarita?
I personally like the Blanco. There's also a new variety, Cristalino. And if you can get the Cristalina tequila, that's also very good. And it's not processed as much as some of the really gold tequilas.
All right, and of course, celebrating safely with tequila during Fiesta, a long time tradition.
Always safely.
Always safely. We want to welcome now the Camarillo White Horse breed, originally bred by Adolfo Camarillo, beginning back in 1921. They are a very long-standing Fiesta tradition.
And they're always a crowd favorite, every year.
You can just look everywhere around Camarillo Boulevard and you hear the music. You hear it from the crowd. You hear it from our Fiesta Parade participants. It's the sounds of Fiesta, and I don't think there's anything quite like Friday in Santa Barbara during Fiesta Week.
Now, these white horses carry a unique gene that gives them their brilliant white coats, dark eyes, and pink skin. Riding today from left to right is Jessica Fries on Patriot, trainer Ellie Hyatt on Juanito, Carmela Ladau, great-great-granddaughter of Adolfo Camarillo on Camarillo,
John Curra on Brillante, number 2, and Elena McBride on Carmelita.
We also brought David on board this year because if we say anything wrong, he will correct us and we will say it the proper way.
So we go from charros to history, and that's those Camarillo white horses. It's a very special breed, and the Camarillo name, we all know it because if you're in Santa Barbara and you go to Los Angeles, you go right through Camarillo. So it's become synonymous with the parade. And these white horses that are coming down, they just really pop with the red outfits that everybody has on these white horses. And the name Camarillo, it was actually one of the land grants in that valley there, which corresponded to Mission San Buenaventura, which we all call the Ventura Mission. So Camarillo in that valley was very fertile land. We know it today in Oxnard, we know it in Camarillo, and it's really special to see these white horses, and even more so to look at those very fiery red outfits.
It's just incredible, the community's traditions, the community support from all over. And you said that was one of the things you found is really your favorite thing about the parade. So many people who are involved in this.
All right, next we have Community West Bank. Community West was founded in 1989 as Goleta National Bank and is celebrating 33 years in the Tri-Counties market. And joining Community West Bank today, their president, Bill Gillifit.
And also commercial relationship manager Ale Ortega Botello and regional banking manager Javier Quezada. Community West is a longtime sponsor of Old Spanish Days and absolutely thrilled, like so many others participating today, to help bring it back in 2022. So special thanks to Community West Bank and team.
All of our banks in this town, they do so much for the community. So many of their members and staff participate on nonprofits. I'm on the United Boys and Girls Club board with Javier Quesada, who is on the Community West carriage, and so many banks really step up.
We want to toss over to Los Ranchos Pobres. This beautiful 1892 mountain wagon was faithfully restored by the Los Rancheros Pobres, a local men's horseback riding club, and that began back in 1952. The Pobres embodied the customs and Western attire of early American cattle ranch hands. This wagon is made for rough terrain. It has been acclaimed in past years as having the prettiest wheels in the parade.
You know, if you go up and have lunch at Cold Spring Tavern, you try to imagine one of those carriages
That's
pulling
right.
up and people jumping out of it all dusty.
Over the dirt and rocky hills. Santa Monica Mounted Posse is next.
And from the city of Santa Monica and its police department, we welcome the posse. The posse was organized in the early 1930s to represent the city of Santa Monica through performance parades, fire evacuations, and public relations events throughout the Southland. The distinctive black uniform with white piping, white bolo tie, and white felt Stetson hat on a horse outfitted with black saddle, breast color, and reins, and sterling silver propels this ever-popular group into the 20th century. And just that description right there tells you how much effort and work they put into having a certain look. It fits exactly what this parade is all about.
Some of the best dressed members in this parade happen to be on horseback. It's fabulous to see them, the detail, the styles, just the elegance that they bring, but also that horsemanship, right? That masculine touch, but the outfits really just combine so well with the horses and the saddles and the music and really everything that they bring to this parade.
And it's a deep-rooted tradition. Over 90 years later, it is the oldest mounted police volunteer unit throughout the state of California. Really impressive. And of course, the members stand ready to assist the city of Santa Monica.
And the charros every year just fill this parade route. And we're in such a dynamic location here in front of Janine's, and the staff's been great to us. And I think they're probably some of the most happiest people in town to be right here at the TV corner with charro coming through and the horses and the outfits and everything.
We want to welcome now the Santa Barbara County Firefighters, local heroes. They've been proudly serving the community since 1926. Santa Barbara Firefighters Local 2046 holds fundraisers in order to donate money to nonprofits and other community needs. And I know it's warm and sunny, but there's actually a little bit of rain coming from our fire crews off and on throughout this parade.
Oh, this will be fun. Today they're pulling a hose cart, which was the fire engine back in the late 1800s across the United States.
Our firefighters, our first responders, everyone in the hospitals, we saw them honored at the Fiesta Pequeña the other night. We're so fortunate in this community. The police force, we saw them earlier, the sheriffs, the firefighters, you know, being in this very hot climate and the potential for fires throughout the hills, we're in good hands if there is that disaster again.
We're absolutely so incredibly blessed and lucky. You're right, David.
And I think they're having a great time following the charro that just passed us, Los Caporales. So between them and the firefighters and the water being thrown, I think everybody's really enjoying these few moments.
You know, and the best part is they're throwing water, but they're also throwing confetti. And it's fun when you find confetti months later coming out of a shoe or a blouse or something. Who's going to get soaked now? Let's see. Another competition. I see people pulling confetti out of their mouths. I love it. That was great. We want to welcome now the Merced County Sheriff Posse. They are an all-sterling silver mounted group organized back in 1948. This year they were selected to ride in the Rose Parade in Pasadena. The Posse took 12 palominos to this spectacular parade, and today we have Captain Roger Gonsalves. It's another firefighter spray behind you, David. I don't know if you can see it, but the crowd is loving it on this hot, sunny day.
It probably feels really good if you get hit.
The water blast stealing a little bit of the thunder. But again, want to just welcome Captain Roger Gonsalves, First Lieutenant Richard Ellington, Second Lieutenant Lorette Locke, and Trailmaster Eric Gonsalves.
I'm wondering if they could maybe send some of that water down our way. This is definitely one of the hottest days that we've had for a Fiesta parade, and I'm sure all the crowd getting a little of that water is feeling very, very refreshed.
They're trying not to hit anybody who has an iPhone out, right? A cell phone, a smartphone, or a camera.
When you get to watch to see how much work it takes just to get that siren going. You do that for what, 2 miles?
The hand crank.
Yeah, he's going to feel that tonight.
Old Spanish Days is responsible for cleaning up this parade route afterwards. I think at the end of the parade, I'm going to go try to find them, because I think we could put that water hose to good use.
There you go.
You're right. You know, this is a little bit of a funny thing, which I find very humorous. Do I mention this? The horse bingo? The horse...
Did they do that this year? I don't even know.
I don't know. I'm not going to call it a cow pie, but it's a horse pie bingo. I'll say it that way.
I'm looking back at the street to find out the horse bingo. They take chalk and they
predicted where there might be some
Yes.
leftovers up and down
It's so
the
much
street,
fun.
and it's actually a very good humored, wonderful.
And
way
they raise money for charity.
They do.
What they
It was a great fundraiser. That happened a couple of years ago. It's just been a terrific turnout. I can't say enough about it. Oh, I hear a lot more dancing, see a lot more dancing and music coming down this way.
I see a float rocking.
I think we start to
I think
hear
we know
the
who that
sounds
is.
of the...
I think
the Merced County Sheriff Posse. And, you know, we've seen so many out-of-city organizations come to this parade, and it really shows that their heart is for entertainment for communities throughout the state to come and spend all this time in a parade and to go through everything they do to set up their horses and get outfitted. It's really warming for us in Santa Barbara to see so many different communities from around the state, different law enforcement agencies, charro groups from around, all come here and participate in this El Desfile Histórico.
And it really unifies this Golden State, doesn't that? Having all of these folks participating in this grand event. We want to welcome next the Garcia